everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I wanted to talk about a really easy way you can use to drop the old story in order to manifest what you want, okay? Because a lot of you have had this conflict between your logical mind and your subconscious mind. Okay, your subconscious mind is like your limitless self, okay? It really is one of the keys to helping you get what you want. However, there is this sort of like back and forth between the logical mind and the rational mind, which I have talked about in my other videos, but if you are new, here's a quick recap. During the day, your logical mind is really active, right? So it's like if you're trying to manifest your specific person to, be a better version of themselves, be more committed, be more kind, caring, affectionate. Maybe if you're dealing with someone who is kind of a player, or someone who is non-committal and you're trying to recreate them, your logical mind, since it's super active during the day, is kind of telling you, well, oh no, remember when SP did this, remember when specific person showed you, whatever, insert thing, the opposite of what you're trying to manifest. Remember when they liked this person's profile picture, remember when they checked this person out, remember when they did this or didn't do that or whatever, right? That's your logical mind kind of trying to work against you. And that's why a lot of coaches, me included, I have talked about this in another video, talk about how you can utilize sleep when, or the period of the night right before you're about to drift off to sleep, or whenever you sleep. Even this works for naps as well, but how you can utilize your brain wave being in theta mode in order to manifest, because that's when your subconscious mind is dominant over your logical / rational mind, right? And that's totally fine. You can do that. I still stand by that. I think listening to subliminals or manifesting, affirming, scripting right before you go to sleep is very effective. But here's something else you can do to just, drop that old story, stop your logical mind from stopping. Not even stopping. Nothing can stop you. Once you manifest, literally nothing can stop you. Not your logical mind, subconscious mind, nothing. But sometimes it's like your logical mind can put thoughts into your mind, into your sphere, that make you feel a little bit like, drained or dejected or discouraged. And an easy way to get rid of that is to just affirm that my logical mind always works in my favor. Okay, I'm going to say it again. My logical mind always works in my favor. I do believe I made another video where I talked about my subconscious mind always works in my favor, and that's also something you can use. Something else I really like is combining the two affirmations. My logical mind and subconscious mind work together to bring my desires into reality. Okay, or any sort of version of that, whatever feels most natural to your subconscious mind. This is a really great hack to, first of all, just feeling good, whole, content, not letting anxiety get the best of you, okay? I've said this in a couple of other videos, but if you can have a negative thought that leads you to a downward spiral, you can do the same with positive thoughts, okay? Like Newton's law, for every reaction, there's an equal and opposite reaction, okay? Honestly, with the law of assumption, manifestation, that may not even apply to everything. That could even be a limiting belief of itself, but it works in this case. And it's like, if you can, sort of like gaslight yourself into, thinking negatively, thinking worse than things really are, you can do the opposite as well. And the way to do that is by affirming that your logical mind always works in your favor. Okay? You can also say things like, my mind is a safe place for me to be in, or I always feel, good being by myself. I always feel good, just like in my mind. I feel safe in my mind. My mind is a safe haven. Okay, that's a really good way to get rid of like anxiety and a lot of the times, illnesses and like mental, physical, otherwise, it's all caused by the mind. Okay, and I just want to, make it clear that I'm not a licensed therapist or psychiatrist, so take whatever I say with a grain of salt. Okay, do not use this as a replacement for therapy, but just gonna put that out there. But I will say that a lot of, what you experience, either in your 3D reality, a lot of just what's going on in your mind, you can easily, if a lot of what is going on in your mind and in your 3D is not serving you, you can easily change that. Okay, you can change that by, like, I like to call it intellectualizing your affirmations or intellectualizing your manifestation process. And like, this is something that I literally just thought of today. Like, I had not actually had this revelation until today, until like I filmed another video. Actually, I was wearing the same outfit too. I don't know which video I'm gonna upload first, but that was filmed during the day. Right now it is night in New York City, Manhattan. But yeah, just saying things like my logical mind always works in my favor will ensure that you are thinking thoughts that are conducive to your manifestation. Okay. It's not like every single thought you have to think has to be positive. It's not like you even have to believe in your thoughts or manifestations. I would say though, with the law of assumption, make sure that your assumptions are at least positive. Make sure that your dominant assumptions are positive. Sorry, I forgot to add that. You know, try to make sure that your dominant assumptions are in alignment with whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. And that is another affirmation you can use. My dominant assumptions are always in line with what I'm trying to manifest. As Sammy Ingram said, manifesting is literally literal. Okay, it is literal. A lot of you ask questions about like, oh well, how can I manifest so and so, and like your answers in that question. You know, some people ask how can I manifest commitment with my SP? Say exactly that. My SP wants commitment with me, or I'm in a happy, healthy, committed relationship with my SP. You know, a lot of it is literal, and it's like whatever problem you have while manifesting, you can counteract that by an affirmation. And what I realized today is that why am I trying so hard to dim my logical mind to, you know, only make use of like, oh, it's not like I'm only making use of that, but like, you know, trying so hard. Okay, I guess it's not even trying hard, but like, you know, just doing so much to manifest in theta mode and figuring out when my subconscious is the most active and, you know, researching. I mean, I like researching, don't get me wrong, but I feel like, you know, it should not be that hard. It should not be that difficult whatsoever. And I realized like, hey, why don't I just affirm that my logical mind is always in my favor? I have made another video where I talked about you can just say my thoughts are always positive, or only positive things manifest, or I only think positive thoughts. You know, that's great, but this is digging a little bit deeper into like, you know, where those thoughts are being stored, because a lot of the times what you have gone through in the past, that's being stored in your logical mind. It's also being stored in your subconscious mind, but when you notice yourself having this like argument with yourself, or when you notice yourself having anxiety, it usually is your logical mind that's bringing about all these you know, like arguments and negative things. Okay, if I'm not wrong, honestly, if someone here is a neuroscientist and if I'm saying the wrong information, please let me know. But I do think this is right, because I have heard a lot of people say that, you know, during the day your logical mind is active, during the night your subconscious mind is active, and 95% of your day is, you know, or 95% of what you manifest is governed by your subconscious mind. And it's like I've talked so much about like, you know, gaining control of your subconscious mind and hacking the subconscious mind, that I realized like, why don't we also, you know, do something with the logical mind? Because it's like, if the logical mind only rules 5% of our brain, or 5% of what we end up manifesting, then why does it play such a huge role in holding us back? Why does it play such a big role in, you know, causing us anxiety, causing doubts, and causing certain things to manifest against us, right? A lot of the times it, you know, believe it or not, the logical mind has helped you. It has been on your side. Your logical mind has stopped you from doing like stupid things. Like, you know, the whole thing about like, oh, if you're like parents telling their kids, oh, if your friends say to jump off a bridge, would you jump off a bridge? I mean, if you said no, then your logical mind saying no, you know what I mean? Like not doing like crazy berserk things. Yeah. But, you know, a lot of the times when people are trying to manifest a specific person to do something that they have not seen that much of, or they haven't seen it in a while, like for a lot of people, it's like they're trying to manifest a specific person who in the beginning, you know, would constantly chase them, pursue them. They had a good relationship, but then something happened along the way. Like their logical mind started saying, well, hey, remember that time in that last relationship where your ex actually left you? Or remember that time that you got ghosted? Remember the time they did this, they did that? Oh my gosh, like, you know, there's like, yeah, our logical mind can either be our worst enemy or our biggest supporter. It is up to you to harness that power, okay, in a way that is conducive to you. So, you know, an easy way to get over that is just to like, you know, you can just say all my thoughts are positive, or only my positive thoughts manifest. But it's like, if you want to go like one step deeper, if you are someone that does think logically, which humans do tend to do, even though sometimes manifesting isn't, you know, logical, with that, I'm not like wholeheartedly saying that quote because I am also a very logical person. I do feel like there is logic behind everything. I'm a woman of science. I was a STEM major. Now I'm in tech. So yeah, I'm sort of making this work for me. I'm making my logical mind work in my favor because I like my logical mind. I actually like bringing logic into things, even though so many coaches, so many people that practice the law of assumption that have achieved a lot of success have said, well, manifesting isn't logical. But it's like at the end of the day, you have to you have to affirm things based on your assumptions, based on what works best for you, based on what's natural to your subconscious. Like, I know there's some people out there who don't give an F about logic. They're like, I don't care. Like, I'm not going to look into this. I'm not even interested in this. There's some people who are like really into the science, the neuroscience behind manifestation. I would say I'm kind of like a mix between those two people. I am interested in the neuroscience behind manifestation. I am a logical person, and I'm going to make my logical mind work for me because I like that. I like researching about the brain. I like, sort of thinking about things on a deeper level, thinking, even logically. I know some coaches will say, no, don't think logically at all. Don't worry about the middle. Don't do that. And see, that's their assumptions. I'm never going to say they're wrong. I will say that, at the end of the day, internalize what feels best to you, okay? You do what feels best to you because at the end of the day, the law of assumption is all about making your own rules, okay, and making them work for you. It is not a one-fit-all type of situation. That's why, manifestation coaching is a thing. Okay, do you need coaching? No. Do you need someone to help you? No. You have the infinite knowledge within yourself to manifest whatever you want. But the reason why I offer coaching, the reason why people talk about manifesting, just maybe seek help or research more is because everyone has a different way of manifesting. Everyone has different experiences, different circumstances that they dealt with, different limiting beliefs, different just perceptions on things, different upbringings, okay? So at the end of the day, do what's natural to you, do what works best for you. For me, I don't want to completely dim my logical mind. In my past videos, I have talked about that, and it's like, the more I make these videos, the more I learn about manifestation. I will say that, it's a learning process. So some things that I say now could be very different than what I started off, talking about. I try to be as consistent as possible, but I'm always learning and growing. And, there are certain tips, techniques, ways, that I try out that end up working better for me than some of the things that I was doing, months ago or however many days ago, and I'm always going to keep you guys updated. I'm always going to share that information with you. So it's like, just a disclaimer, if you go back to my past videos, and if I said something that doesn't really resonate with, that is not in alignment with this video, I mean, just know that it's a learning process, it's a growing process. I do feel like for the most part I am consistent with what I say, but I did just want to put that out there. And I will say that I think in past videos I've talked about how you have to completely dim the logical mind in order to manifest. You have to, like, not think logically whatsoever. And now I'm like, I don't know about that because, like, the older I get, the more I, learn about this stuff, the more I learn about myself, the more I learn about how my brain works, how my mind works, and the more you do as well. Okay, the more, even if you're consuming a lot of knowledge, a lot of videos, there are definitely certain videos that resonated more with you while there are others that didn't so much, right? And it's like, yeah, stick to the ones that resonate the most with you. Stick to the coaches, the YouTubers, the people that, talk about the things that you want to manifest, okay? Just, again, at the end of the day, do what's natural to you, do what feels best for you, okay? But for me personally, I want to use my logical mind. I want to utilize my logical mind because it has been there for me a lot, and I like my logical mind. It could also be because of my upbringing. I grew up in a pretty academically competitive environment, and I was always taught to think, like, logically and work hard and things like that, and it's like some of those are limiting beliefs that may have worked against me that I'm working on dissolving. But for me, for the purposes of this video, I just want to say that, like, if you are someone that thinks logically and you also feel like, okay, your logical mind has been working against you, it's been bringing up all these, negative things from the past, it's been, like, kind of fighting you, you're having this, like, inner conflict, this inner, back and forth, this inner duality between the subconscious mind and, I guess the dichotomy between the subconscious mind and, logical mind, the rational mind. I don't know why I said dichotomy, duality, like opposites. Like, I'm just thinking of, like, random words at this point, but my point is, like, if you've had this inner conflict between your subconscious mind and logical mind, then why not just make both of them work in your favor? Why not just say, like I said at the beginning of the video, both my logical mind and subconscious mind work together in tandem to help me bring about my manifestations. They both work together to help me get my manifestations in the best way possible. There's no reason that there has to be an inner conflict, and it's like, why didn't I realize that before? It's funny because I do tarot, and sometimes I get this card. It's called the Two of Swords, which does have to do with inner conflict and the sort of back and forth. And it's like, we don't have to live that way. We don't have to go life, um, having this constant battle with ourselves, arguing with ourselves. We can just like live peacefully, think peacefully, gain mental clarity, not have this duality, dichotomy, back and forth, whatever you want to call it. Because at the end of the day, we just want our manifestations. Okay, well, researching about the stuff is interesting. While learning about ourselves is great. I know a lot of you just want to manifest. You just want the thing, which is totally fine, by the way. Okay, because this channel is about how to objectively manifest. I'm not the type of channel that's going to talk so much about like, oh, why do you want that desire? What is that desire associated with? Because honestly, that's more your business. I'm not really here to tell you what to or what not to manifest. I'm just here to tell you how to manifest. So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here. I really do hope this helped. It would be great if someone could compile a list of all the affirmations that I said. If I have time, I'll do that, but I do know I gave a couple of affirmations. Let me just recap. So I've been saying this throughout the video, but yeah, say things like, my logical mind always works in my favor. My logical mind and subconscious mind work together to bring about my manifestations in the best way possible. My mind is a safe place to be in. My mind is a safe haven, something along the lines of that. I like thinking, okay, I like being in my mind palace. I like being alone. I can be alone with my thoughts and feel safe, secure, and whole. Because at the end of the day, that is the goal, okay? You should not be using things to, like, distract yourself from thinking, or like, like, at least catch yourself. I don't know what that was, but it's like, my point here is, if you do find yourself going down that negative spiral, it's very important to catch yourself doing that. That's where mental diet comes in, consciously monitoring your thoughts comes in. And but it's like, ideally, we as humans should like being in our own minds. We should like living most of the time. We should not be in a constant state of anxiety and doubt. Okay, that's my assumption. That's how I feel like things should be, and all of these will definitely help with that. Again, I'm not a professional therapist, so take whatever I say with a grain of salt. Okay, just putting that out there. But yeah, hopefully this video does help someone. I am going to stop before I start rambling, because I like talking a lot. As you can tell, it's my Gemini rising. Yeah, but I do hope this video helped. Let me know if you have any questions. I also do want to let you know that I offer manifestation coaching, as well as make custom subliminals. So if that is something you are interested in, then be sure to check out the description box below. My website is in that description box, and I have a bunch of different options for like different types of manifestation coachings, as well as subliminals. So yeah, if that is of your interest, do check that out. And yeah, I will end the video right here. See you all next time.